Hello and welcome to part 2 of our Depthkit live streaming series, which teaches you how to get Depthkit streams to appear live across various network devices and networks. I'm Corey, and in the first video in the series, we covered the basics of local live streaming, where Depthkit and Unity were running on the same computer. But what if you want Depthkit and your rendering environment to run on separate computers? This can be achieved with live streaming over LAN and has a handful of benefits. For example, dividing this work between two computers gives each application more system resources, enabling rendering of more complex scenes. You can separate the two PCs as far as your network reaches, enabling you to live stream into different rooms or even the far end of a building. This topology also introduces a small amount of latency due to the extra processes introduced between Depthkit and Unity. Setting up a live stream over LAN is similar to setting up a local live stream, but in this topology, we'll intercept the spout stream coming from Depthkit, convert it to a format which can be shared over a local network, and then on the rendering computer, receive the network stream, convert it back to spout, and connect it to Unity. Here, we'll be using NDI, a popular way of sharing video streams over a local network, but feel free to experiment with other methods, such as Touch Designer or RTMP. For local live streaming, you'll need everything from the local live stream configuration, plus a separate PC to receive and render Depthkit streams in Unity. You'll also need a stable local network. And though NDI can transport video streams over Wi-Fi, we recommend using a hardwired gigabit Ethernet connection. You'll also need the Spout to NDI tools software on both computers. So to get this set up, first we need to connect both our computers to a local network. If you followed the local live streaming tutorial, then you should have one computer that is already set up to live stream out of Depthkit. And you can see here, I have a Depthkit project open, and it's already live streaming as indicated by this icon up in the top of the 3D viewport. So all we need to do to get this to live stream over LAN is add the Spout to NDI software. So I've already downloaded that software, and I've added it to my program files. And before we run it, we need to do a couple of things. Number one is we need to make sure that it's using the right GPU. On some computers, which have both a discrete and an integrated GPU, it may choose the wrong GPU, and then your spout stream from Depthkit will not show up in this software. So I'm going to open up Windows Graphics Settings and copy this directory, and I'm going to paste it in here and specify Spout to NDI. We'll be using Spout to NDI on the Depthkit computer, and we'll be using NDI to Spout on the receiving computer that's running Unity. So once we've added this to the list, open up Options and make sure that High Performance is selected. This may be moot on some computers, but it's a good practice to make sure that it's using the right GPU. So I'll close this up. And now we're ready to run Spout to NDI. You will have to make an exception for your firewall to allow it to communicate over the network. And here we have the live spout stream coming out of Depthkit. And this program is converting that to NDI and putting it out over our local network. A couple other things to set up. We want to go to Settings and make sure that the frame rate is 30.0 frames per second, and check all three boxes for the highest performance. A quick note about these settings while I edit this. The important setting to match here is the 30.0 frame per second frame rate, but the other settings may change depending on the performance of your computers and network, so feel free to experiment with different combinations, keeping an eye out for changes in quality or playback smoothness. So that's all that's needed on the Depthkit PC side. Now we'll move over to the Unity PC and set that up as well. I have another computer here, and I've set it up with a Unity project just like in the local live streaming demo. So I've already moved the metadata file from the Depthkit computer over to the Unity project on this other computer. You can do this any way you'd like. You can put it on a thumb drive to move it between the computers. I like to use LandDrop, which is a cross-platform file sharing program that works over local networks. You can email it to yourself. Any way to get that metadata file from the exports folder of your Depthkit project into your Unity project. Just make sure that that's available and then link that up to your Depthkit object in your hierarchy. And so all we need to do to this computer is add the NDI to Spout software. So I've downloaded that here, and similar to the other computer, we need to add this to Windows graphics settings. So I'm going to add the NDI to Spout application. In the Depthkit computer, we use Spout to NDI, and on this computer, we're using NDI to Spout. And I want to make sure that the high performance GPU is selected there. And now I can run this. And you can see it already automatically selected the right stream. If you have multiple NDI streams running on your network, you may need to go to the File, Open menu here, and then choose the appropriate stream. But you can see that's coming in live at around 30 frames per second. If the frame rate is lower, you may want to adjust the live stream maximum height and width settings in Depthkit preferences. A lower resolution may get you a better frame rate here. So as long as this application is running in the background, it will constantly convert the NDI stream to Spout so that Unity can see it. So I'm just going to minimize it and let it run in the background. And then in our Unity project, all I need to do is update the Spout stream to the new name that the NDI to Spout software has generated. So in this case, it's the computer name followed by the Spout stream, the original Spout stream name. Select that, and based on these little bits of floor in here, I think we're live. So I'm just going to step in the stage and we'll see. So with that, we've basically completed the entire live streaming over a local area network. In follow-up videos, we're going to expand upon this to show you how you can get a Depthkit live stream over the internet to many different devices. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.